Let's bring in Lucy Taylor, our reporter in Moscow, for the latest on this spy saga. Lucy, this is intriguing. What more do you know about these allegations?
Well, what's even more intriguing is that we haven't had very many details from the Russian side at all. We have, in the week since Paul Whelan was first arrested, heard a number of details about him and his background from other people trying to dig up those details. We know he's a US citizen. We know he's a US former Marine who served in Iraq, who was released from those US forces for bad conduct after a court-martial and now works in global security. So not a diplomat, not somebody who lives and works in Russia. Although we're told he has travelled here, he does speak some Russian. His family says that he was here in Moscow simply for a wedding. He was staying in a hotel with friends in central Moscow. He was showing them around the city a little bit, and then he disappeared. And initially his friends filed a missing persons report, not knowing what had happened to him. And then it was later discovered that the Federal Security Services here had detained him, arrested him on suspicion of spying charges. They've opened a criminal case over the last week, and in the last 24 hours, as you said, formally charged him with espionage, which means he could now, if convicted, face between 10 and 20 years in jail. But the actual details of those charges we haven't heard yet, and apparently he himself and his lawyer haven't had many details either. The US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo complained about that slightly on Wednesday, appealed to Russia to release more details of these charges, and said if the US didn't find them to be appropriate, then it will be campaigning hard for his release.
Lucy, what about this USB with Russian secrets on it? Is there any information about that?
Not from the Russian side at all so far. The Federal Security Services obviously usually keep their cards pretty close to their chest. It's also, we haven't had a direct response yet from the Kremlin itself. It's actually national holidays for New Year here in Russia at the moment, so public figures are not out and about in the way that they normally would be, giving details of this USB drive, which has reportedly been found. Very intriguing, as you say. One case that has been connected to this, though, which might shed some light, is a different case happening in the United States. A Russian woman, Maria Butina, who's been detained in the United States since the middle of last year. She's apparently now cooperating with US prosecutors. But Russia has been heavily campaigning for her release, calling for her innocence. It's even made her face the profile picture on social media for the Russian Foreign Ministry. So many people here suggesting or implying that perhaps these two cases are linked, or at least this could pave the way for some kind of spy swap or prisoner swap in the coming weeks or months. It's a little early to know if that's actually going to happen, though. Paul Whelan's lawyer, the man who's been arrested, his lawyer is saying that these accusations are baseless. He's appealing for bail, but it's likely that he'll be detained until at least the end of February, waiting for this case to play out.
Well, like I said at the beginning, it is intriguing. Lucy Taylor, thanks for detailing this tonight.